All right, guys, I want to talk about today algo timeframes. Now, I'm assuming here, my audience here has bought the idea that programmatic trading, algorithmic trading is the way to go. And I want to talk about actual timeframes where you're trying to run these strategies. Now, it's been said that the market is the same in all time frames, and to a degree I absolutely believe that. If you left out the y-axis and you gave me a distribution of returns, for example, I really wouldn't know if you were showing me 1 minute bars, 5 minute bars, or daily bars. The distribution is the same in all the time frames. Now, that's only part of the story here. Wait a minute here, just a second. We're going to have to stop already. Looks like we've got a runner on this particular position. So what are we up now? 6 or 7 points? Let me ask you this. I've talked about day trader rockstar Johnny and his ridiculous algorithm where he sells you the equivalent of a model building kit with no picture on front and no instructions inside. And all the parts are there. They're going to build something you really love, but the problem is you don't know if the parts are supposed to build a puppy or a battleship. Like, you just have no friggin' idea. It's that type of crazy shit. And if you're sitting there going, what? Well, yeah, he sells you something, a product that's supposed to make money, but it's up to you to, I don't know, assemble the parts, as if that is somehow a tried and true tested algorithm. By definition, it is not that. And it's that type of ridiculousness that I just poke fun at all the time. But as far as Johnny goes, oh, look at this, we're still going. As far as Johnny goes, probably about 30 seconds, a minute ago, he would have taken that thing off. Guys, let your freaking winners run. Put a reasonable trailing stop on the thing. You know, if you're going to do 1 point, you may as well just stop out now because it's going to get hit. But how do you know this isn't going to turn into 30 friggin' points? Johnny stops out 7 points ago. And, it's just, if you're going to take that 15-point freaking loss, I know you are, so why is it you want to take a 2-point gain? Stop being an idiot. If you're going to do stuff like that, your win rate's got to be like 80, 90%, and it's not going to be. So it's a guaranteed losing system. So let them run. Yeah, it's not always the best thing to do, but the times that it is, you're just going to win all over the place. Already, most traders would have stopped out of this thing, panicking, because they don't want to give up 2, 3, 4 points, because they're so precious. Yeah, 2-tick Nick, it's a precious thing because he's always ass backwards. Now see, look at guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. What do we got on this thing now? 12 points? 13 points? Yeah, listen, if it backs up now, we're going to take less than that. But again, you don't know if this isn't going to be one of those times where it turns into a 30 friggin' point gain. Okay, most people don't get those gains, so you've got to scrounge, and it's worse for you. Now, we'll just let this thing go. Let's get back to the time frame. So guys, as much as the market does look the same in every time frame for many reasons, there again, if you hid the Y value, because that would tell you a lot, because you're going to get a larger move in a handful of days than you are a handful of minutes most often, so that would give it away. But guys, there's a problem here of signal to noise. And you may have a perfectly working system. Guys, this system that you see here happen to be showing up on the 2-minute candles is actually running on a 1-minute candle. Oh, I'm just winning all day freaking long right in your face. The problem with running these shorter time frames, this is the exact same algo scaled down. My exact same algo that I run for my Patreon service that operates on daily bars, right? We're kind of swing traders, longer term outlook. Right, this is the exact same algo scaled down to the shorter time frames. Oh, got stopped out. So what was that? 14, 15 points? Whoops. I don't know if you guys heard that. 14, 15 points, something like that. Most people wouldn't have taken that amount of profit out of this trade. If you got in at the same time, you would have cut this thing short like friggin' 10 points ago. All excited that you got your 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 points. Once you can't take a loss on it, slide your trailing stop back and let it go. So, but getting back to it, and we'll sum up quick. The problem with the shorter time frames is you get a lot more noise to the signal, and that will turn a system that is very profitable, very good, say on daily bars, that will turn that thing into nothing better than a dice roll on a short-term format here. So 1 minute, 2 minute, that type of thing. So if you think you have a system and you're pretty sure, you've tested it, you're pretty sure it works on daily bars, and then you want to try to do something on shorter time frames, just be aware that at some point you're going to get a shorter time frame that this otherwise good system, simply scaled down, stops working. It just stops working and becomes more of a dice roll. You should be smart enough to know for a fact, do not use that winning system on that short time frame. So move your time frames up. Go to 2 minutes, go to 5 minutes, go to 10 minutes if you have to, 15, who knows? It's going to be up to your system. I don't know your system. Again, I'm assuming you're going to have a system. But at any rate, move it up until you see definitively that it starts working. You've got enough signal to swamp out the noise and your system starts to work again. But you can't do any of that. And none of these other algo providers, these bot traders, have even got to the point where you're able to determine statistically when that happens. Show where it breaks down, show where it starts to work. You should be able to do that. You need to write the algo, you need to test it, you need to have the tools to do that. Or, as I always say, if you don't want to do that because your area of expertise lies outside of this stuff, what you get paid to do on a day-to-day basis, that's your expertise, right? If it's not this, leave it to someone else, right? And if it doesn't cost much, and in my service it does not cost much compared to what you're going to gain, it is less than a rounding error. You won't even see it. Leave it to systems like mine. I've done the work for you. And I feel on short videos like this, I just want to be able to prove it. All right, short and sweet. We'll talk to you soon.